Hello everybody, I'm just waiting till it hits 11. There's one more minute left. So I just kind of wanted to entertain you with a little bit of music. Brazilian music. I think it's Brazilian. They're speaking Portuguese, so I guess, right? Hello Gracie, hello Carrie. Carrie sent you a text, but you can reply later. But looks like it's gonna be about 11 in 1 minute. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna stop the music now. As entertaining as that was, we need to get started. Hello, Janine. How are you? Thank you for joining. It's okay, we know you want to be seen, right? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live with Prima. Thank you for coming in today and seeing me here do this amazing project. I'm very excited to be here today. It's Tuesday. It's great. It's hot in Chino Hills, so, you know, we're kind of going and moving, you know, with that. I see there's some people coming in, so I'll just give everybody just a few minutes. I know some people kind of came in a bit late, so I'll just kind of hold on for 1 or 2 minutes. Sorry. But what we're going to be working on today is this amazing layout here. And this is my one of my favorite layouts that I made for SIIC because I love flowers. Everybody knows how much I love flowers. And specifically Prima flowers because they're so amazing and so dimensional and so beautiful. And I know all these flowers are new, most of them actually. Even the ones from last show are pretty new, I guess, still. You know, to me, they're all new because they're all beautiful. But this is my layout. And now, someone pointed this out the other day to me. The title is actually in French, but then I thought about it and I'm like, wait, that could be in English too, right? But it's supposed to be braver, which means brave, which I guess if you think about it, it doesn't really matter because it's very close to brave just for the R, right? So I didn't really think of that when I was putting on the title, but, well, there you go, right? we work with what we have. But yeah, so this is the layout, and what I love about this is that it's actually on one of our new burlap sheets, which is what I'm going to show you now. This is the new burlap sheet by Prima. Okay, it comes in this lovely package. And it comes with one sheet. It's a very high quality burlap. I've used a lot of different burlap sheets, and I can tell you this is a very high quality one. It's very thick. The material is very fantastic, as you can see. It's really thick. It's really nice and sturdy. It has this kind of fraying action going on over here, which I really love because if you fray it a bit more, you get this kind of almost carpety looking thing. Thank you, Paul. Oh my God, thank you, Paul, for coming. Hi. So I really love this. It's a really nice material. You can cut it. You can do all sorts of stuff with it. So that's what we're going to be using today. And this is item number 571986, okay, and it only comes in one color, which is perfectly fine because if you're a mixed media person or if you like bright colors and stuff like that, this really takes the color in very well. So you can spray, you could ink it, you could stamp on it, you could do all sorts of fun stuff in it. So it has a very neutral, natural color, okay. Hi, Lulabelle. How are you? Thank you for coming. We're also going to be using this sheet from the School Memories collection, okay. This is one of my favorite papers from that collection. It's called Roll Call, and it's 846091. We're going to be using the front side. It has this really nice stripe in the back, but I love this front. It just has all this vintage imagery, just beautiful, really vintage and nice. Okay, so we're going to be using that paper. We're also going to be using the chipboard from the same collection. This one here, and this is from the School Memories. Okay. So I love this chipboard. The images are just so cute. I love this little thing going on there. Love the little book, the little birds, the scissors are my favorite, super cute. So we're going to be using that. And that's item number 569925. Okay. Sorry, I have a mess already and I haven't even started. How bad is that? Okay. And then we're also going to be using this alphabet. I gotta say, this is one of my favorite alphabets so far. I mean, Prima has done a lot of different canvas alphabets, but this one is amazing because look at how many letters you get. You get so many letters. You get so many of them. There's 130 pieces in here. And look at that font. It's just amazing. So this is a canvas alphabet. And we're going to be using this. And this is 569785. And this one also comes in white. Okay, so the white ones are actually pretty cool too because you can ink them, you can spray them. But I'm lazy, so I'm just going to use the black ones because they look way cool on this layout. So I'll just use those. Okay, so we're going to be using that. And then for some of the embellishments we're going to be using, let me move these over here. We're going to be using these pretty crystals swirls. Okay, these are 570385. These are the, I think it's the mixed color one because it has like a gold and like a brown and like a pearlish looking one. So that's pretty. We're going to be using these hearts. These are the bark shapes. These are brand new as well. And these are so cool. I think we're one of the only ones that have this item. It's just bark and it's really cool. It's so different. It's perfect for fall too. This is 569280. Okay, and it comes with different colors and all that stuff. We're also going to be using some of these flowers. These are new flowers. This one's called La Tela, and this is 571177. Okay, these are brand new flowers, and they all kind of go with the whole burlap canvas thing. I mean, they all kind of go together. So you know they're always fun. And then this one's called La Tela as well. It's 571146, and this one's more of a burlap with canvas. You know, it's just beautiful. I'm also going to be using these, and probably Janine's going to hate me right now because these are just our favorites. Like, we were, like, drooling over them in the catalog the other day. Like, we need them all. So, these are the Serenity flowers, and these are 571375. And I love this one. I think that's my favorite. So, we might use that today. So, love that. We're going to be using some Tatiana's. This one here. Oops. It's falling on my hand. Tatiana Oceana. 566371. So love that. Janine, you were just censored on there. I don't even want to know what you said when I showed those flowers. I don't even want to know. We're gonna be using this one here. And this one is Troika Fossil. And it comes with a little cute butterfly and 3 of these. Just beautiful. And then we're going to be using, what else? Oh, yes, some of these. These are Engraver, but they're just so beautiful. I love these. These are 564506. Okay, just like these cute little simple vines. We're also going to be using these burlappy flowers. These are from the last show, and these are Paloma 566715. And I don't have a package for these, but these are also new. I just kind of wanted to throw these in there. These are our new leaves. They're in the neutral color. I don't know if Carrie has a number for these. I just kind of was last minute, but they're these beautiful kind of fall-looking leaves. There you go. See, she's good. She's good. And it comes with like all these beautiful tones. I don't know if you could see that, but I love the tones on these. They're just so fall. Like, I cannot wait for fall. Like, I love fall. But then I say that about winter. But see, it comes with all these beautiful tones. Love those. Yes, I'm happy that they're bringing back the leaves as well. It's my favorite. And then last but not least, we're going to be using, well, this one here, the Odette almond. It's the one I had left over from last show, so I'm going to use that today. And also these. Carrie helped me with these because I don't know what the number is for these, but it's these new roses from the new collection. And these are just like the neutral colored ones, okay? Love them. I mean, who doesn't love roses? I mean, favorite thing ever. So, yeah, so I think that's about it. I know that's a lot of flowers, but you can't have too many flowers. That's always what I say, right? Lemia, there you go, Lemia. Yes, you did order them, Janine, so you're good, girlfriend. You have everything. I hope everybody has everything. And if not, run to your stores and get it all because it's so beautiful. I can't even tell you. I really personally love the colors that they picked this time for the flowers because they're so fall. Like, I love fall. I love brown tones, neutral tones. They're just so relaxing. I could just look at it and go. But anyway, if you just joined us, this is the layout we're going to be making today. Okay, and we're going to be using the burlap sheet. We're going to be using some of these flowers. And we're also going to be using some of the new embellishments. Okay, so yeah, so let's get started. Does anybody have any questions before we get started? Any silly questions or anything you want to ask me? I don't think so, right? So I'm hoping that the camera from up here will work today. Okay, so I'm gonna have to tilt this down. It was working earlier. I don't know what's up with it. It works when it wants to work, I guess. Okay, so here we go. We have a chipboard sheet. That's what we're going to start with, okay? And you're going to need a heat tool. You're going to need some inks. I'm going to be using some of the inks from Tim Holtz, the Distress Inks in Vintage Photo. And I'm also going to be using some other items that I'll show you as we go, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my chipboard, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere the burlap sheet on it. Now, when you're adhering the burlap sheet, and this is something I found when I was working on this, you're gonna find this as well, is that you don't want to use any liquid adhesive, okay? You want to use either a tape runner or something strong. And what I did is I used the red tape, which is called Miracle Wonder Tape. People call it different things. So yeah, so that's what I use. So that's what I'm going to use now. Because if you use the regular adhesive, like liquid adhesive, what happens is that the burlap, since it has like an openings, like little tiny microscopic openings, it'll seep through, and then you'll have, like, let's say you go like this, you'll have that same kind of pattern on your burlap, and you don't want that. Okay, so make sure when you're doing this, you use either Wonder Tape or tape runner or anything you have that's not liquid. I think the ATG should work fine, but correct me if I'm wrong. That tape runner seems to be very good, so I think that should work fine. But I'm using that Wonder Tape, which will work perfectly fine as well. So I'm gonna just add this on there. And I always back up my layouts with a chipboard piece, just because my layouts have so much stuff on them, so it's always better to do it that way so it holds up all the embellishments. I don't want it to be all flimsy. I mean, I always put them in frames anyway, but, you know, just to be on the safe side, you can never have too much security for your layouts, right? Yeah, so you want to use dry adhesive. Either a tape runner or spray adhesive, maybe. Maybe you might be able to use that since it's not liquid per se, but yeah, I guess you guys catch my drift there. So I'm going to put some on each of the sides here. Cut this off here. And you want to just have enough tape to cover the sides, and then we're going to put some on the middle as well, just to be, so nothing lifts up. Yes, that's true. I've heard about that the burlap will discolor, because if you think about it, like a lot of the glues that we use, like the Fabri-Tac and the Zip Dry and all that, have acetone in them. So acetone is very harsh, and it can discolor fabric and stuff like that if you think about it. So I'm just going to put a giant X here. I think this is the most annoying part, taking these little red strips off. And hello to anybody that has just joined us. We're working on a burlap layout using the new Prima burlap. Okay, looks like that's good enough. And if we need some more, we'll put some more later. But for now, I think it's looking pretty good. Okay. So I'm going to take my burlap here, and I'm going to position it right on top of this chipboard. And I'm just going to make sure it's all nice and flat. Now you may see that some of it is, like for example, there's an edge here. Oops. The camera doesn't like neutral stuff for some reason. But anyway, there's an edge over here, right? So that's okay, because we're gonna ink this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. So as you can see, once you put that on there, it really does stay on there. So you don't have to worry about it lifting up. But you can, you can really do anything on it. You could stitch it. You could do anything if you want. So now we're gonna take our vintage photo ink, and I'm gonna take a foam applicator, and I'm gonna go ahead and go over this, over the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna change the color of it, and you can see how well it takes that distress ink. Okay, and I don't want to do the whole thing. I'm gonna leave a bit like of that, just that simple color in the middle. So I'll just do it a little bit lighter towards the center. So I'm just gonna go around it, and the sides are the ones that I want kind of darker. So I'm gonna do the darker color on the edge, okay? And then in the middle, I'll just kind of go a little bit lighter. So I'm not applying as much pressure in the middle. I'm just kind of doing that on the edges here. And the color that I'm using is Vintage Photo, which is my favorite color ever. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that on there on the whole thing. And you might see some of the fraying, but I actually like that. I mean, it just adds so much. But if it's too much fray, you can always just cut it off. Yes, it would be a great idea to use masks on the burlap. It's a good mixed media surface. You know what I mean? If you wanted to do mixed media on this, you wanted to spray it, stamp it, you can really do a lot of stuff with it. So versatile. Okay, so I think it's pretty good there. Okay, so let me cut some of this fraying off, because it's kind of getting out of control here just a little bit. So I'm just going to cut some of that off. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and spray this, okay? As you know, like this ink is reactive with water. So I'm just going to go ahead and spray it with some gold mist. Could be any gold mist. And I'm going to spray it from afar. And you can see how that color just changes because that ink is reactive with water. So it'll change the color of it. And I'm going to just dry it with my heat tool. Well, what the mist will do is it'll change the color of the ink that we applied on there because it's reactive. You don't even have to use gold mist if you don't want to. You can just use water. But who doesn't love a little bit of shimmer, right? And this dries pretty quickly. Okay, so that looks like it's dry enough. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe this off here. Just gonna take a paper towel and just kind of press out the excess ink. And now I'm gonna go around it one more time here with my ink again. We're using the new 12 by 12 burlap sheets if anybody has just joined us. I'm going on and applying another coat of this ink on here. No, I haven't had any issues with the tape getting all messed up. You'll be surprised that tape is actually pretty good. I mean, the tape that I used this red tape. It's actually pretty good. It doesn't really mess up or anything like that. So, just gonna get some of the edges here. Yes, the sheets come in one pack. But, you know, I would buy 10 if I were you. Because they're just so amazing. I mean, I just love them. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, instead of spraying, okay, the second coat, I'm going to use Distress Crackle paint, okay? And what that'll do is, that's what's going to seal all of our little action going on here. Okay, and it'll also add like a gloss to the burlap. So that's always pretty cool. So let me get this open. I used red tape. I used the one from Ranger. Okay, so you can buy it from Ranger, but so many companies make the red tape. It doesn't have to be from Ranger, but that's the one I use. I'm going to go ahead and apply this coat of this Distress Crackle paint, and that's in Rock Candy, which is clear. And this really adds a really cool kind of texture to this. Once you start to see, and I'm going to make a close-up right now of this, you'll see that it starts to even add like a pattern. I don't know why. It's just the magic of scrapbooking, I guess. But it really adds a really cool pattern. Like almost a distressed pattern on there. Oops. And it also darkens the color, which I love. Love this dark color. And you could apply it on the fray if you want, but I would just leave that alone. I really love the fray on the sides. But if you're going to put it in the frame, it doesn't really matter. It'll cover up the fray anyway. So I'm going to spread this around the whole 12 by 12. And just remember, just a side note, there is a little bit of edge of chipboard here, just a little bit. Remember that when this thing frays, it's reducing the size of your canvas. So you're basically not going to have a 12 by 12 anymore. It'll be shorter because it keeps fraying. But if you don't want it to fray, just don't pull on the fray. You know, just leave it alone or cut it short or whatever, but just don't pull it if you don't want it to be shorter than 12 by 12. But if you don't care like me, you know, it's okay. Yes, we used Vintage Photo for the color, and we used a gold mist to kind of make it a little bit more pronounced, that color. And we went ahead and added another coat of, oops, oh my god, everything's jumping today. We went ahead and added another coat of the ink after we dried it, and then now we're adding a coat of Distressed Crackle Paint on here, and then that's clear rock candy. And just to let everybody know, Janine from the Scrapbook Diaries is on today, and she ordered all of this stuff for this class. So she does have most of this stuff coming in. So Janine might share her link in a few minutes. She does carry a lot of our Prima products, so watch out for that. If you guys want to get your hands on this awesome, awesome burlap. Doesn't it look cool already? I love it. I mean, you could tell how much this changes the burlap. You know what I mean? It changes it so much. And imagine this in a red or, you know, a green or... I mean, any color can work on this. You could spray this. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff with this. Just get creative with it. Jerry, hello! Oh, Jerry is... amazing. I'm her #1 fan. Okay. Just trying to make sure I went ahead and covered the whole thing. Alright, that's looking great already. So I'm just going to go ahead and dry this. And while I'm drying this, I wanted to tell you guys that I went to a casino yesterday and I lost $100. So I almost feel like going back to that casino and telling them, give me my money back. Because literally, like, the machines there just went, like, they sucked all my money out. Like, it was my first time going to a casino and gambling. I mean, I had been to a casino before, but I never really gambled because I thought, oh no, that's, you know. I don't trust casinos, and now I don't trust them anymore at all. And my mom's like, oh, let's keep on playing, but I'm like, oh. For the burlap, you could see a little bit of the holes, but you have to get really close. But it's really tight. I mean, this is what it looked like before. Look at what we did to it. So you could tell the difference. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you could tell the texture there. Does that help at all? There is a little bit. There is holes in there. They're really tiny, kind of microscopic, but there is holes in there. But you need to make sure that when you spray this and all that stuff, you need to make sure this is burlap. It's going to seep through. Okay, that's why when I went ahead and sprayed this, that's why I have the chipboard in the back, because the chipboard is pretty thick, so it'll take all that stuff in there, and it will make sure that it doesn't seep through. You know what I mean? You don't want to use paper or anything like that. Now, this burlap does not fall apart, so don't worry about that. It doesn't. It's very nice and thick. So just giving this a quick dry after we went ahead and applied that nice coat of crackle paint. The burlap, let me see. It should be acid free. Carrie, mind helping with that? Most of the stuff that we make is acid free. Yeah. Should be. If not, then we'll find out, right? You want, yeah. There you go. If not, we'll just, you know, burn right now. Okay. Almost ready. Just a few more seconds here of this drawing. Hi, Karen. Welcome. We're working on a burlap layout here. Excuse me. Wow. And some of this might take a longer time to dry because we applied a larger coat, but should be coming in now. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Um, that's a good point, Steph. However, on this, since it's burlap, you won't see the cracks. You know what I mean? Because it's burlap. It's not really paper. So you can't really see cracks on here. I don't know. It just didn't happen that way. I guess because it's some type of fabric or burlap, it just doesn't do it the same way. But when I use crackle paint, I never set it to dry on its own because I'm not patient like that. I always heat set it. I don't know why. I mean, I've done it before where I leave it overnight, but it takes too long. I just cannot. Because when I when I work, I want, like, if I sit here at 2 in the morning and scrapbook, I will finish. I do not. I hate saying, "Oh, wait, and do it tomorrow." No, so I'm patient. I want to finish now. Anyway, so our background is done now, and as you can see, we left a little bit of this white here just to kind of, give that center some attention. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on to working with our flowers and lovely stuff. And I have another piece of chipboard here that I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna cut a bit of it. I'm gonna take out my trimmer. And I'm gonna cut maybe about, let me see. Am I actually gonna measure this? Probably not. Okay, I'm just gonna cut a base here for my flowers. I need to do a few passes on this because this is really, really thick chipboard. Let me see where my Prima knife is. Need to make a marking here for this. There we go. And I'm going to cut it from the back. There we go. So we have this piece of chipboard, and this is going to be, for you measuring people over there, 3.5 inches wide. Well, yeah, wide by 12. 3 by 12. Does that help? Okay. And I'm going to cut another piece, a smaller piece. Just a small little tiny piece. Okay. And then I'm going to cut this just to kind of cut the other side. So that's as much chipboard as we need. And then I'm going to cut this chipboard down just a bit. Kind of remembered that. So you don't want it to be 12. You want to cut just a tad bit off. So I'm going to cut about maybe an inch off of this chipboard. Because when you put it in the frame, it won't fit if you leave that at 12. So I'm just going to cut this off. Just horrible measuring, by the way. Sorry. I just... Okay, so it shouldn't be 12 now, it should be about 11. Okay, and this one I'm going to actually cut off a bit more. I'm going to cut off maybe 3 or 4 inches off of this one. Okay, so we have these 2 chipboard pieces. One is about 3 by 11, and the other one's going to be maybe shorter than that, maybe 2 by 9. I hope that works. We'll just roll with it. We'll roll with it. And now I'm gonna take this paper here, and I'm gonna take the longer piece of chipboard, and I'm gonna pick something that I like here. I'm just trying to look for my Prima knife. See if I could find it here. I know, right? I'm at the Prima warehouse and I can't find a Prima knife. Give me 1 second. Well, someone took it. I don't know where it is. I had one here and it's not here anymore. So we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Dun dun dun. I'm using the paper from School Memories, the one called Roll Call. It's one of our new collections from SIIC. Literally, my knife is not here. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Okay, so let me see what I like from this. I think I like this part here. It's kind of in the middle, but I like that part. So I'm just gonna make a few little marks here with my pencil, just to kind of know where I'm cutting. And maybe right here. Are you guys talking about party buses? I want to go. I haven't heard of that since I was in high school. Party bus. Just cutting this down to cover up that chipboard we just cut. Let me see how well I did here. Oh, pretty good, huh? Pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to put this on there. Let me get my tape runner. And I'm going to put some tape on here. Okay, I'm going to put this on this chipboard piece. And this is a long piece, by the way. Perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and just ink a little bit on there just to kind of give it a little bit of personality. Just going to ink it up just a bit. Just around the edges. That's fine. Okay, looks good. Now I'm going to take my burlap sheet that should be dry now, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this on here in the center like this, and I'm going to use some foam dots, foam squares, foam to adhere that on. Not too many, just a few. No, nothing has come out of my projects. Because I put too much adhesive, I guess. So I'm putting some squares on here. And for those of you that don't have product lists for this project, I'm gonna carry the products after the show. Okay, so that way you guys know what products we used. So I'm just gonna take these off. Make sure it's balanced. That's why I put a little bit more than I usually do. And then I'm going to take some glossy accents. And I'm going to go ahead and if this is not clogged as always. I'm going to put some on the squares just to make sure it doesn't come off. So just a dot on each. Okay. And then I'm going to put it right in the middle of our burlap background. Just like that. Let's make sure it's not crooked, because last time I did a crooked thing and then it just... I think my eyes are crooked. Okay, that looks great. And now we're gonna go ahead and use that other piece of chipboard we cut. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here. Okay, and you might be wondering why we're doing that, but you'll see in just a second why we're doing that. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some more foam dots on this one. And the reason we put the glossy accents on the bottom one is because this is burlap, so we don't know if it's gonna come off. But with the glossy accents, it won't, because glossy accents is pretty strong, so. Then I just take some off here. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here, kind of off center. Just like that. And this one doesn't need to be covered in paper, okay? We just want kind of like the edge of this design to be showing on the edge, okay? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and start our flower action here, okay? So let me take some of my flowers here. Before I do that though, let me put my photo. I'm using this photo, okay? Now, I just got these printed again from that one website I told you guys, and this is a square photo. I love the way they turn out. I mean, they're just so cute. So I'm just gonna put some foam on this photo, just to make sure that I know where it goes, and then that way I can work around it. Okay. Yes, they turn out super cute, these photos. I'm just going to put the photo now, that way I know where to put the rest of the flowers. I think we need one more in the middle. Okay, I'm going to put it right here. Okay. He's going to kind of blend in with the background because he has like this wood forest thing going on in the background, so that's always pretty cool. Just take some of this off. Okay, so now when I work with flowers, people always ask me like how I arrange them. What I do is I always start with the bigger flower, okay? So in this case, this is a big flower, so I'm gonna kind of start with that. Okay, and I always kind of press in my flowers to give them some shape and fluff them up. And then since I kind of want to stick with the theme, I'm gonna just go ahead and ink it just a bit. Just to give it a bit of character, and it kind of blends in there. I'm gonna take my glue gun, sorry, I was gonna say heat tool. And I always apply glue in the center, and then I go ahead and put it down and I press in the center, and then I fluff it up. Just like that. Okay, so that's my first flower there. And then I just start to work with them. I just kind of go, okay, I could put this one somewhere. I like this one, and this is from the Troika. I'm gonna use this smaller one. I'm gonna put some glue, and I'm gonna put this guy right here. Just right next to the photo there. Okay. And then I'm going to take some of the other larger flowers and I'm going to start putting them down. And I always try to work with the larger flowers first because those are the easiest ones to work with first. You want to make sure you apply those, I mean, not apply those, but put those down first. That way you know what's going on. Now the reason we went ahead and applied this here is because we want to give the flowers dimension, so some of them will be raised higher than others. That's like a really neat trick. Okay, so I'm using this one here, and I'm using this one. Okay, and I'm going to just give this a couple of swipes of the vintage photo, just to kind of make it a little bit more vintage looking. And these are all canvas flowers with like some burlap mixed in there, so that's pretty cool that it's going to really go well with our layout here that we're working on. So I'm going to use this one and I'm going to put this one right here, just like that. And then I have this one here, which I love. I'm just going to maybe give it a few sprays of the this here. And give it a few sprays of that gold spray. Okay, and I'm just gonna fluff it up again, and then put some of that hot glue on there, and I'll put this one right here. Okay. And now I can work with my smaller flowers and kind of tuck them in different places. So I'm gonna work with some of these, and some Tatianas. Love the Tatianas. Okay, so I'll use these first, and I'm just gonna start putting some down in between the bigger ones. So you always want to work in between the bigger ones. That way you know where you have space and what you need to fill, right? So I'm just gonna put that there. I'm gonna take this Tatiana here. I'm going to remove those leaves. Okay, and then I'm going to put her down because it's a Tatiana. Put her down right there. And it's okay that it's squished. I love that. I love that look. And then I'm going to take some of these burlappy ones here. I really like this brown one here. So I'm just going to ink it just a little bit more just to make it a bit darker. And apply some hot glue there. I'm going to squeeze it in here. Okay. And then I'm going to take some of the smaller ones. Okay, and we're working in this section here, okay, the one with the blank chipboard. That's what we want to cover first, and then we're gonna move down a bit, okay? So I'm just gonna try to fit these in there. I seriously have a mess in here. Okay, here we go. Using these here. These are so pretty with the little button. Okay, so I'm gonna take one of those and maybe put this guy right here. And then when you see these little empty spaces, I always like to put smaller flowers in between. Okay. Sorry, these things drive me nuts. But that's just me, okay? I know you guys love the leaves, so I won't say anything. I'm gonna put this guy right here. And we still have a small space right there, so I'll put a smaller guy up there of these roses. Just right here. There we go. And then in between in here, I really like these partridge Sherwood Rose Truffle. There we go, that's what they're called. I like these here, the creamy ones. I'm going to take a couple of those. Just one or two. Okay, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to tuck it in right here in this space that I see up here. I'm going to put one right here. And then I'm going to put this one in the middle. Right there. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. Okay, and then I'm gonna move on now to this bottom part. And what you want to do in that bottom part is you want to kind of hide that chipboard, okay? And then we also need to put some on this side. So I'm gonna start putting some smaller ones on the chipboard piece. I'm gonna put one right here, kind of tucked in there. Okay, and we have this little corner here. I'm gonna put one of these, kind of white, off-white ones, and I'm gonna ink it up with some of that vintage photo. I'm gonna just put that one right there, just like that. And I also have this here that I'm going to use in a second. I'm going to use some of these smaller flowers here, and these are from the last collection. These are a mini sachet winter. I'm going to use the darker colored ones, these dark gray, maybe these. Let me turn it around really quick so you guys could see. And I'm going to take some of these smaller flowers. And these are perfect for covering those little tight spots so you can't fit bigger flowers on. So these are always great for that. So see, like right here, for example, I have a little tiny space. So I'm just going to put this tiny one. You have to be very careful because that hot glue is hot. Okay. I see another space in there, so I'm just going to try to squeeze one in there. This creamy one. I'm going to put that guy right in there between the Tatiana. Just like that. So see how that kind of squeezes in there? Hello, Astrid. You sound familiar. I think I know who you are. Hello, hello. Okay, I see a few spaces on this side, so I'm just going to take a few more of those small little ones and squeeze them in there. We just want to make sure it doesn't show any of that blank chipboard. That's how you'll know you have enough flowers on there, right? Even though I could go on and on and on and add more and more and more, but you know, we don't want to make this too crazy. But we want it to look like a little garden, right? Little garden. Okay, I'm gonna add this one right here at the bottom. Oops. I think one more should be good enough. Yes, I'm using the new burlap sheet by Prima. If you guys are just joining us, welcome. We're working on a burlap layout here. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. Now I'm gonna just add a few of these roses down at the bottom here, just to kind of add a little bit more interest. Just gonna add one of these right here. And I need a few of these neutral ones. These are amazing roses, by the way, guys. Love these. Love, love, love Prima roses. And I think Carrie knows the name of them. If Carrie can remind me, because I forget what the name of these roses is. I'll put this guy right here. This is how it's looking so far. Okay. So I think in terms of flowers, we're pretty good there. Although, there is one that I really like. This one here, this Tatiana. I'm going to put this guy right here. I don't know why. I have it like that on the sample layout, so I don't know. I just think it looks cute there. It just adds a little bit of touch of purple, so that's cute, right? And then I'm gonna take these bark sheets, and I'll take one heart, and I'm gonna put some glue on there, and I'm gonna put it right here. Look at that bark heart. Isn't that cute? I might put another one on there just because. Give me a lighter one because you get different tones in there. I'll just put maybe one in the back. Isn't that cute? Love that. Why do I take the green off the flowers? Because I feel like it stands out too much. Like I'm trying to get it, like I work very tonal. You know what I mean? And the green, like this green, is like it drives me crazy. Like it drives me crazy. So yes, I'm sorry. I know some people go crazy when I do that, but it's okay. Now I'm gonna take this here, this vine, and I'm gonna go ahead and ink this. I'm gonna cut this in 2 pieces, and I'm gonna ink it with my distress ink. I'm just gonna give it a few passes, and that'll make this very light green, a very kind of off green, like a darker kind of foresty green. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and tuck that in here. Like that. I'm going to put a little bit of glue down. Go ahead and tuck that in there. And then I'll put another one down here. Right under that chipboard. And then and this is flexible, so you can bend this however you want. I might just add another one of those. Those are cute, isn't it? I like those. I'm gonna ink this up. Probably add another one over here on this side. Yeah, that looks cute. See, honestly, guys, this is all about playing around with your supplies. There's no right or wrong to this. So you just kind of make it your own. And so, I'm going to show you this, how this is looking. You can see those little vines kind of sticking out. I love the way they look. And they're flexible, so you can actually move them however you want. If you don't want them sticking out too much, you can just kind of press them down. Okay, and you can get that dimension by doing this kind of level thing, like where you have the chipboard on top of another chipboard. The flowers look like they're all on the same plane, but they're not. They're kind of dimensional like that. Okay, so love that. Now I have these other leaves that Prima came out with. Okay, I'm gonna tuck some of those in, and I kind of wanted to show you guys as well. I went ahead and cut some leaves with some dies with our new Prima dies from the burlap, so you can see that this can be cut. You can make flowers, you can make you know, leaves or the vines. We have new dies that are perfect for this type of stuff. This is a dye with physics, and you get all these leaves and stuff like that. So that's always cool. So I'm gonna use some of those to just kind of tuck in there, and I'm just gonna ink these just a little bit. Let me tuck some in right here. Just cut that a little bit off. Gonna put this guy right in there. I don't know, I just kind of like the look of that. See, these are my kind of leaves, the brown ones, not the bright green ones. Okay, let me see. I could add another leaf somewhere over here. There we go. And I like this little tiny one, so I'll just... there's a number on it. Number 658523. I guess that's the number. I don't know if Carrie can find out for me. I'm gonna put this one there. Cute. And then I'm gonna add some of these neutral leaves, which are our new leaves that we came out with. Just for fun. I'm gonna put it on top of the burlap one. Those are mulberry leaves, so those are always fun. Oops. Putting this here. And then I'm gonna tuck one in on the other side. Oh, that stuck out too much. You cut that down. Maybe right here. There we go. I'll put that right here. And one more leaf, just for fun. Already put this guy up here with this Tatiana guy over here. Up there. There we go. Found it. Right there. Okay, how does that look? Cute, right? Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add some other embellishments. We're going to go ahead and add our crystals. I'm adding these crystals. These are the new crystal swirls, multicolor. And these are 5703 at 5. I'm just going to add some kind of randomly. I'm going to put some one under the photo here. This is totally being rebellious, so I'll put it over here. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it's being rebellious like that. I have a few other crystals. I need to put a smaller one up there because it's being rebellious. I'm going to take a smaller one and I'll put it right under the photo. There we go. Maybe that other one was too large. Okay. And then we need some down here. I'm going to put 2 of these. One right here. Kind of coming out of the bottom of that chipboard. And then I'm going to put another one on the other side, kind of going the opposite way. And I might need the other side. Hold on, hold on. I think it's this one. Got the wrong one. They kind of need to be facing each other, that's why. Like that. Okay. And now I'm going to put a little title though with our canvas letters. And I need a title. What do you guys think that I should name this? I'm trying to figure it out while I'm doing this. I had a title for it. Let me try to see what I had in mind here. Had it written down. I don't know. This is a really short space, so I need to kind of figure something. Oh, I know. Wait, but I might have to move this. I might have to move this crystal. Just really quick while I put the title on there. So let me go, Nim. Oops. Sorry. I hope I'm spelling this right. If not, someone's going to be very angry. Put an M here. And then I. Oh, thank you guys for those great suggestions. Those are all great titles. Need a G. I think this guy's too... Oh, mine is a great one too. I like that. I'm going to move these letters just a bit down. Okay, now I need an N. There's my N here. I love that you get so many letters in this alphabet. It's like will be my go-to alphabet. Oh my god. Bye, Janine. Thank you for coming. Okay. One more N and we're good. Okay, and now I'm going to put this crystal back on there. I just didn't know how much space I needed, so now I know. Hold on. I think Carrie texted me. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glossy accents and I'm going to apply a coat on this alphabet just to make sure it sticks down, but not only because of that, because we want to add like a gloss finish to it. Where is my pen here? Oh, sorry, I didn't tell you guys what the title is. It's mignon, which means cute in French. So now when you go to the steakhouse and you order a filet mignon, you know what that means. No, I don't think I'm in trouble. I'm never in trouble, right, Carrie? I'm always good. I try to be good. Okay, so I'm adding a little coat of glossy accents to the letters, and when it dries, it'll dry clear, so. A cute steak. You guys are funny. Okay, my glossy accents is acting up. Seriously. Okay, there we go. Let me move this up so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just really applying just the glossy accents on the canvas letters. And I'm just really going to go ahead and spread that out. Make sure they're nice and straight. I want them to move around. And when this dries, it'll dry clear. And it'll make sure that your canvas letters stick to the burlap. Because like I said, we're working on burlap, so we want to make sure that nothing falls off. The eye is not cooperating. Come on, eye. Cooperate. I'm just going to give this a quick dry just to make sure it's just to kind of help it move along here. Ugh. The eye is just not helping. This is a great layout too for camping. If you guys go camping, I just thought of that. Oh my god, I need something to hold this in. I'm trying to, but I guess my finger is just attracting too much of the... This is what happened with the last one, trust me. See, now it's sticking to everything. Ah! Okay. Hold on. I'll get this. I got this.
65261.
Yes, but I kind of want them shiny. So that's why I'm using it on top.
65261.
There we go. Okay, I won't touch it anymore. I promise.
65261.
Just put some on there. With my brush. I want to put the glossy accents on top because I want them to be shiny when they dry. That's the reason I'm doing it that way. God. That was a mission. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to leave it alone now. Let it dry and then I'll go back to it once I'm done. Okay. So now I'm going to take my chipboard, and we're almost done here, guys, I promise. And I'm gonna take these pencil things. These things on top. There's 2 of them. Okay, and I'm gonna apply some glossy accents to these, just to make sure that they stick. And I'm gonna just ink them just a tad. Thank you. And I'm gonna put this guy right under the title here. I'm gonna put the other one right under it. This way. I'm thinking one of them should be fine, actually, now that I look at it. Or I might just put the other one on the other side like that. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, that's kind of like the perfectionist in me reacting right now. Okay. Okay. Whew. And I think we have a few other chipboard pieces we used. We have this birdie and then these birdies. I'm just going to go ahead and ink them up just a bit. And then we're going to get some of the foam squares. Just a few. And I'm going to put this one up here. Just kind of like in the corner over here. And then I'm going to put the little tiny bird. I tucked them in here last time, so I'll do that. With some hot glue. And this chipboard is from the School Memories collection, by the way. He's just kind of overseeing everything, that little bird. And then the final thing you want to do is you want to punch out some butterflies. I punched out some butterflies with this Martha Stewart punch. And you just want to pick like a neutral thing. So I'm just going to punch out a few from there. Maybe some, I don't know. Let me see what other thing we have over here. Just neutral. And I'm just going to put some butterflies up here. Just kind of flying away. I like to put butterflies on my projects. They just add so much. I just like to put a little bit of glue in the center and then I open the wings up. Okay. I think that's pretty good right there. Might add one more just to kind of balance that out. It looks kind of awkward with 4. You want one to be kind of floating somewhere. Just like right here. I could add as like a million butterflies. Trust me. Okay, that looks pretty good. So this is what we have so far. Oops. Okay, and I think I'm gonna take, let me see here. Let me see if I brought it, or where I left it. I'm gonna put it in a frame so you guys could see what it looks like once you frame it, okay? Because you'll notice that when you frame it, you won't see the edge. Let me show you guys in just a second. Oh. Okay. Let me switch the camera up. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the frame. Doesn't that look beautiful? You can see some of that fray. And you can see some of those details. I'll just kind of tilt that up so you guys can see the dimension. Look at the bird. Can you guys see the little bird chippy? He's kind of just sticking out of there. He looks cute there. Love that. Looks so pretty. And then and the final detail that I added, and I'm not going to do this on camera because it takes too much work, but this is the original one. But the final detail I added right here was on this side, I added some pearl dots, some liquid pearls. Some of these. So you can definitely add that on there. And then the little birdie, I love the little bird. But this is the original one. Okay. And this is the one we made right now. I love it. And I love that all of our flowers work so well together. And you can also spray this, you know what I mean, with something. You know, you can spray it with gold or whatever you want. Okay. And it'll work perfectly fine. And I just wanted to mention something really quick before I ended this. What was it? I can't remember. But anyway, yes, that was the layout. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Do you guys have any questions? Yes, I love the fray. Thank you, thank you. Oh my God, you guys are so nice. Oh my God, we have so many people today. Thank you, thank you. Oh, we have announcements. Yes, Carrie, I have short-term memory loss. Oh, I'm getting old. Okay, the next Live with Prima class is Drew. He's featuring the new All About Me collection from Lisa Gibbons, and he's going to be working with the journal and the collection. It's Thursday at 6:30, okay, and he's going to be live here from the Prima office, so that's really cool, okay. Also, if you guys don't know, we have our outlet. We're going to have a Prima potluck this Saturday, which I'm really excited. I'm planning on not eating this whole week so I could just eat and pig out on Saturday. So I'm probably going to starve this whole week just so I can pig out. Yes, we're going to have a Prima outlet potluck. It's going to be August 17th from 12 to 9. It's only $20, and you bring any dish you want to share with your friends. So there you go. And to reserve a spot, you have to just email me. So you email me at frank@primamarketinginc.com. You bring your favorite dish, and you get to crop with Prima and all the Prima fans all day long. And it includes your crop space. The $20 includes your crop space, unlimited Prima petals, so you can make unlimited flowers. And there's going to be some papers that are available as well for free. And then there's also the usage of our tools. So you get to try out our chalker, our distress tool, our knife, all of the wonderful Prima stuff that we have. And yeah, so that'll be fun. And Art Venture, remember we have Art Venture coming up pretty soon. So if you guys haven't signed up for that, make sure you do. Limited spaces available. So make sure you guys sign up. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for coming and making this layout with me. I had a lot of fun. And yeah, I hope to see you guys soon. Any questions before we go? Any questions about the layouts or anything like that? Thank you, everybody. Thank you. You guys are so nice. Thank you, Jerry. Kisses. I'm gonna see Jerry soon. I'm so excited. Jerry's gonna be in Sweden with me. Yee! Well, actually, no, Stockholm, right? Is that the same place? I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon.
Hi, Frank.
Oh, hi, Shanette. Shanette.